이제 곧 행사가 진행될 예정이오니 다들 착석해 주시기 바랍니다.
네, 안녕하십니까. 저는 토크 콘서트 톡톡 행사를 담당하고 있는 파견교사 김홍이라고 합니다. 네, 저희가 지난 4, 5월경부터 우리 학생 운영위원 모집부터 해서 학생 연사 모집을 거쳐서 토크 아카데미를 끝나고 본 행사까지 참 긴 여정을 달려오게 됐습니다. 올해는 특히 예년보다 경쟁이 치열해서 뭐 약간 농담인지 진짜인지 모르겠지만 베스트 톡 안 돼서 조금 오기 싫다라고 할 정도로 다들 진심이었는데, 여기 무대에 올라오지 않는 팀도 제가 생각하기엔 굉장히 베스트 톡이기 때문에 우리 관심 있으신 청중분들께서는 저희 유튜브 채널에 접속하셔서 꼭 봐주시면 감사드리겠습니다. 그리고 저희 옛말에 이런 말이 있습니다. 한 아이를 키우기 위해서 온 마을이 나서야 한다. 그래서 저희 이 토크 콘서트 톡톡 행사도 정말 온 교육청이 나서서 한 행사 중에 하나입니다. 이제 학생 여러분들은 잘 모르겠지만 저희가 영어 공교육 활성화 사업이라고 그래서 공교육에서 영어를 어떻게 의미 있게 가르칠 수 있을까 하는 고민에서 나온 프로그램 중에 요 한 프로그램이 이 프로그램이고요. 그래서 교육청에 이제 교육국장님이야 많은 선생님들과 직원분들께서 도와드리게 됐습니다. 그래서 오늘 이 자리에 정말 귀하신 내빈 여러분들이 많이 오셨는데요. 일단 대표로 소개드리겠습니다. 백채경 교육국장님 방문해 주셨습니다. 또 저희 이 긴 행사에 교육국장님께서 또 좋은 말씀 한마디 해주실 것 같아서 한번 모셔보도록 하겠습니다.
네, 안녕하세요. I think I should speak English, right? But my English is not enough, but I'll try. And first, I wanna introduce other celeb. 여기 많은 영어를 전공하셨던 여러분처럼 영어를 좋아하셨던 분들이 많이 오셨습니다. 한 분 한 분 제가 먼저 소개를 드리겠습니다. 네, CG고등학교 이상복 교장선생님 계십니다. 네. 신기중학교 정철아 교장선생님 오셨습니다. 네, 학교부터 먼저 소개를 드리겠습니다. 사대부중 정혜금 교감선생님 오셨습니다. 네, 그럼 여러분을 또 지원해 주시는 교육청 연수원에서 오신 영어를 좋아하시는 분을 소개해 드리겠습니다. 네, 박재선 중등 교육과장님 오셨습니다. 네, 갑자기 성함이 네, 연수원 교육연수원 서보은 부장님 오셨습니다. 또 제가 요즘 깜빡깜빡하는데 네, 중등교육과 영어를 담당하시기도 하고 영어를 가장 좋아하는 임원주 장하사님 오셨습니다. Sometimes I know my age. Just if I can remember the names, every time I know the names, but sometimes I forgot. That moment I know, oh, I am too old. Sorry. 여러분, 제가 오늘 이 자리에 와서 매우 감회가 새롭습니다. 혹시 do you know when did this concert talk happen? Start? Do you know when it started? 10 years ago. 10 years have passed since it started in when? 2015. 2015년 야망차게 시작했는 이 행사가 10년이 흘렀습니다. 그때는 제가 이름을 이렇게 깜빡깜빡하지 않았습니다. 그 시작할 때 제가 업무를 담당했던 장학사였습니다. 그때 시작할 때 이렇게 오래 가리라 생각을 원했지만 간절히 바랬지만 이것이 이렇게 가능할까 이렇게 생각을 했는데 오늘 와서 보니 많은 학생들이 청중으로도 참여하고 발표자로도 참여하는 걸 보고 너무 가슴이 벅찹니다. 왜 이 톡톡 콘서트가 시작되었을까요? 왜 시작되었을까요? 네, 한번 네, 국제고등학교의 신언율 학생입니다.
혹시 테드톡이나 테드에서 조금 영감을 받으셔가지고 대구에서도 학생들이 자신들의 의견을 많은 사람 앞에서 얘기를 하고 그리고 그것으로 다른 사람과 소통하면서 이야기를 하는 곳을 만들고 싶으셨던 게 아닐까 하는 생각이 듭니다.
와, you scan my brain and my heart. 맞습니다. 네, 정확하게 우리 신원율 학생이 말한 것처럼 여러분이 세상과 커넥티드 되는 하나의 수단이 English, 랭귀지죠. 영어를 통해서 여러분의 생각과 여러분의 창의력과 여러분의 heart, 마음을 같이 연결시켜 보는 장을 만들고 싶었습니다. 여러분들 잘 아시지만 세바시, 테드 이런 게 있지 않습니까? 그래서 대구교육청에는 뭐가 있습니까? 네, 톡톡이 있습니다. 여러분들 힘내시고 이 무대 위에 서는 우리 연사님들은 조금도 떨지 말고 마음껏 여러분의 생각을 share your feelings and your thought with others. 그리고 for the listeners, you should listen to what they talk about and try to be connected with their heart and their minds. 너무 행복한 순간입니다. 여러분들도 저만큼 행복했으면 좋겠습니다. Thank you.
네, 교육국장님의 좋은 한마디 감사드립니다. 네, 저희 토크 콘서트 톡톡은 학생 주도 행사라는 취지에 맞게 학생 운영위원과 학생 청중 평가단 그리고 학생 연사까지 모든 분야에 학생이 직접 참여하게 되어 있습니다. 그래서 이 행사의 메인 사회 또한 이제 학생 사회자에게 넘겨주려고 합니다. 네, 학생 주도와 또 여러분의 안구 건강을 위해서 조금 사회자를 교체하도록 하겠습니다. 네.
안녕하십니까? 저희는 2024년 대구 영어 토크 콘서트 톡톡의 사회를 맡게 된 학생운영위원장 홍자예,
부위원장 이서연입니다. 본행사에 앞서 중요한 안내 말씀드립니다. 본행사는 라이브 스트리밍으로 총 1시간 30분가량 진행될 예정입니다. 스트리밍 도중 청중의 참가 확인을 위한 구글 폼즈 링크가 청중 평가단 학생들에게 문자 메시지를 통해 전달될 예정입니다. 혹시 문자 메시지를 못 받았다면 대구 글로벌교육센터 홈페이지 상단 글로벌 교육란 토크 콘서트 게시판에 알림사항을 보면 링크가 담긴 글이 들어 있습니다. 만약 문자 메시지와 글로벌교육센터 홈페이지에 들어가 있는데 문제가 있다면 곧 나올 방송 대기 화면에 QR코드를 통해 출석 체크 설문에 접근할 수도 있습니다. 사전 신청을 한 청중평가단께서는 문자 메시지와 글로벌교육센터 홈페이지 게시판 글 혹은 방송 대기 화면에 QR코드를 통해 출석 체크하시길 바랍니다.
또한 토크 콘서트가 끝이 날 시점에 행사 마무리 설문 문자 메시지가 발송될 예정입니다. 마지막에 있을 마무리 설문에도 성실히 응답해 주시기 바랍니다. 아울러 청중평가단 모두가 연사팀의 소중한 강연에 집중할 수 있도록 연사팀의 발표가 진행되는 동안은 실시간 채팅을 자제해 주시길 바랍니다.
지금 모든 청중께서는 문자 메시지 혹은 게시판의 글을 통해 설문에 들어가 출석 체크를 해주시길 바랍니다. 혹시 문자를 못 받았거나 홈페이지에 접속할 상황이 아니라면 곧 나올 대기 화면에 QR코드를 통해서 출석 체크 설문에 응해 주시길 바랍니다. 2분 뒤 행사 진행을 재개하도록 하겠습니다.
여러분 지금 여기 화면에 보이시는 QR 타고 들어가셔서 출석 체크 한 번만 부탁드릴게요. (2024) 대구 영어 토크 콘서트 본 행사를 시작하기에 앞서 국민의례를 실시하겠습니다. 글로벌홀에 있는 모든 분들은 모두 자리에서 일어나 앞에 있는 국기를 향해 주시기 바랍니다. 국기에 대한 경례. 바로 모두 착석해 주시길 바랍니다. 오늘 이 행사가 있기까지는 저희 학생운영위원회 학생들의 큰 노력이 있었는데요. 지금 앞에 보이는 사진이 바로 2024 대구 영어 토크 콘서트 학생운영위원들입니다. 저희 2명을 포함한 23명의 학생운영위원들에게 큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
본격적인 시작에 앞서 이 행사의 시작을 알려주실 대구광역시 교육감님의 격려 인사가 있겠습니다.
아쉽게도 오늘 행사에 참석하지 못하신 대구광역시 교육청 강은희 교육감님께서는 격려 인사를 동영상으로 보내주셨습니다. 함께 시청해 보도록 하겠습니다.
Welcome everybody. I am Eunhee Kang, the Governor of Daegu Metropolitan Office of Education. I would like to congratulate everyone for the successful 10th Daegu English Talk Concert Talk Talk. This year's theme is Heuristic Find Your Path. I truly believe that Daegu English Talk Concert Talk Talk is great opportunity for the students to recognize their identities and potential and go forward to the future with confidence. I heard about many of your experiences and journeys in discovering your dreams and overcoming your difficulties. I also saw the efforts that you put in making these speeches and can say that I am very proud to see all of you shaping your identities to become the best version of yourselves. I promise to do my best to support you as you continue to develop your talents and pursue your dreams. I am looking forward to seeing your growth and development. Thank you.
Hello everyone. This is the 10th year this event has been held, and I heard that this year's topic is heuristic, right?
Exactly. 2024 English Talk Concert topic is heuristic, with the slogan Find Your Path. Our speaker worked hard for almost 4 months to prepare their own special presentation for today.
That's right. I really hope that the audience here and the audience members watching us online can learn and get a lot out of the speaker's creative and worthwhile speeches.
It would be great if we could listen to all the speakers' team, but unfortunately, we do not have enough time to listen to all 38 teams. Representing the 40 teams, we are going to listen to the 11 teams that were selected as the best talk from the Coaching Native Speakers Assessment, Korean teachers, and by the audience.
First team to present is Team Holistic from Posan High School. Holistic, what a nice name that matches our theme heuristic. By the way, Soyeon, can you tell what they are going to present?
Sure, discovering joyfulness from unexpected moments and truly being ourselves, guided by our emotions and where they destinate us to.
Have you ever noticed that you always walk the same path during your walks? It feels familiar and natural, but sometimes you might wonder if you're missing out on something new.
It's the same in life. We tend to stick to the path we've always walked, relying on past experiences because we believe safety is happiness. This causes us to depend on established heuristics.
Please wait for a moment as we set the stage for the performance.
Have you ever noticed that you always walk the same path during your walks? It feels familiar and natural, but sometimes you might wonder if you're missing out on something new.
It's the same in life. We tend to stick to the path we've always walked, relying on past experiences because we believe safety is happiness. This causes us to depend on established heuristics.
While these heuristics help us solve problems easily and safely, but they can also make us afraid to try new things. We need to overcome these limitations and try to explore new heuristics.
Instead of relying on fixed past experiences this journey firsthand, we can use the heuristic, trusting our current feelings to find our new path.
Sometimes when you take a new path based on how you feel, you might discover new joys in unfamiliar scenery. This can be said to be the result of using the emotional heuristic.
Similarly, in life, if you occasionally follow your emotions and try a new path in the daily routine of life, you might find unexpected treasures.
So today, I encourage you to sometimes choose based on your feelings. Emotional heuristics can make your life more vibrant and full of possibilities.
If you're prepared to explore new directions based on your feelings, then join us for a performance where you will experience this journey firsthand.
Are you ready to walk on a new path guided by your emotions?
Hey, I have something to tell you. I've liked you for a long time.
I've liked you for a while too.
I'd like to be more than friends with you. Would you be mine?
I'm sorry, I'm currently on a fixed path. I don't have the space to explore a new one with you. Hey guys, I got a confession from him. What should I do?
If you like him, go for it. You want to be with him, right?
You're a senior now. Remember how your grade dropped when you dated someone in 9th grade? It's likely to happen again.
You're right. I don't need a boyfriend right now. My grades will probably drop just like before.
That was the past and this is the present. Things can be different and new. Just try listening to your feelings this once.
Whatever you want, do whatever you want.
Alright, I'll follow my feeling this one time and not regret it.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Hey, I've changed my mind. Will you go out with me?
Oh yes, I'd love to. Our love isn't about ignoring reality. It's about not suppressing our feelings. Reality will always be there, but emotions are also a big part of who we are. Sometimes it leads to better choices. Our grades have improved. Being true to our feelings sometimes leads us to better choices.
Did you enjoy our plays? Thank you.
Just like that, sometimes making decisions based on emotional heuristics can lead to unexpected fortune. 3, 2, 1.
Carpe diem.
Interesting perspective, with some cool scenarios to demonstrate to achieve a clear idea. Thank you, Team HeuRYUstic, for participating with passion.
Now, introducing the team HeuRYUstic from Daegu Foreign Language High School.
This team will tell us some important points that will help engage in good relationship. Plus, they even define their own heuristic. Let's find out more about their idea.
Wait, come back.
What? What do you want now?
I'm sorry. Sorry for everything.
Sorry for what? Talking behind my back?
It was an accident. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. This will never happen again.
And our friendship will never happen again. I don't trust you anymore. It's over.
Wait, come back. She doesn't trust me anymore? It's all my fault. What am I doing wrong? I don't want to end my friendship like this.
Like this, our relationships often end dramatically. But why is that? Are we really not good enough? Should we blame our friends, past lovers, or ourselves?
The answer to this question is definitely a big no. None of us should take the blame. There's no antagonist in this story called relationship. Us, Team HeuRYUstic, by undergoing several trials and tribulations, heartbreaks and traumas, we come up with a solution to this dramatic dilemma. And what is it in you?
Courage. Courage is a solution. Courage is a solution to forming a good relationship. Now you guys might be wondering, how do we form a good relationship through courage? We'll show you how.
Before we start, let me introduce you to Jane. Hi, Jane. We will explain our theory by trying to form a good relationship with her. Trust is embedded in every good relationship. It is about being sincere and believing that the other will be also sincere to you as well. It is just like giving a knife to your Jane and believing that she won't stab you in the back when you turn around. And without a doubt, you know she won't.
The first step to forming a good relationship is being sincere, giving trust. If you give your trust to Jane, you'll be able to see it in her reaction. And this is when the light bulb turns on. The bulb that tells you you could trust that person. But if Jane doesn't give you as much sincerity or trust as much as you do, then the light bulb will stay off.
This bulb is what we define as heuristic. It is a kind of intuition that determines if a person is trustworthy or not. This process happens subconsciously, so you might not believe it. You don't believe it? Okay, then let's look at Jane's point of view.
I'm a little less than 2 meters.
This honesty didn't turn the light bulb on. Let's try it again.
I'm 166, but I look like I'm so tall because of my shoes.
See? The light bulb turned on. Jane's subconscious determined that Eunhyo is somebody that she can trust on. HeuRYUstic did all the process. It's simple, right?
This whole process needs trust. Then what does trust start with? It starts with courage.
It's simple logic. If Eunhyo didn't have the courage to tell the truth to Jane, then Jane would have told the truth to her too either. This would have led to no light bulb, no HeuRYUstic, no relationship. Courage is all you need. To be sincere, to give your knife to your Jane.
To wrap it up, remember 3 simple words: trust, light bulb, and courage. These are the 3 steps to forming a good relationship.
It not only helps form a good relationship, but helps maintain a good one too. As you and Jane grow more closer, grow more sincere and trustworthy to each other, it will be easier to be courageous than at the first time. HeuRYUstic will guide both of you at ease. And one day, as you and Jane stroll across a road, you might realize that you guys were destined to be together.
But remember, destiny is not something you just stumble upon. It's something you create. The light that never goes off. Thank you.
Trust, light bulb, courage, create destiny with my own hand. What a poetic quote.
I should try using this 3-step method in reality to make sure I maintain positive relationships that I'll meet in the future.
Me too. I'm excited to try it out.
Have you ever had a tough conversation or even an argument with your parent about your future career?
As teenagers, many of us feel lost and overwhelmed by the idea of choosing a career path. Tim Cosmoplitan from Daegu High School of International Studies will share about how experience can be one of our greatest guides.
Good afternoon. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hi, we are Team Cosmopolitans.
I'm Seoyeon.
I'm Eunryul.
And Kyungso.
Thank you.
Let's suppose you're taking an exam, and you've got only 3 seconds to answer this question. No time to read. What would you pick?
3, 2, 1.
You may have chosen the number you like, or the number you mostly think is the answer.
You may have recapped your past experience and gotten information from it. This is what we're going to discuss today, heuristics. Time is the first priority of individuals in modern society. Therefore, we use heuristics, which is also known as the most efficient way of making decisions. Heuristic can be defined in many similar yet also varying ways. To put it in our own words, heuristic is instinct. We instantly make decisions according to the experiences that are considered to be associated with the situation. And from heuristics, we make choices that make up who we are. And the final destination of these choices we make is being a cosmopolitan individual. Merriam-Webster defines cosmopolitan as having wide international sophistication. And having wide international sophistication, this idea is the most important viewpoint we must possess in order to live as a contributing member of our society. And these are what we're going to discuss from now on. What is heuristics? The experiences we had and the values we need to be a cosmopolitan individual.
Heuristics is not an academic concept, but a basic idea that we can use in our daily lives, including modern society. In the modern society, we have a lot of situations to make a very quick decisions, those decisions that have to be done in near than 3 seconds. Is there any brave souls who want to share your own experiences of heuristics? Okay, I'll do it. I hope anyone will raise their hands. Okay. At first, I picked restaurant. In the restaurants, we have to choose what we want to eat, what we have to eat. And by the decisions, we can use our background ideas about some news reports about a specific food diseases, or some kind of background ideas that we already knew about the food. And second one is in school. In school, we have to deal with some unexpected questions, and those unexpected questions have to be answered about a second. And by dealing with it, we have to use all of our background informations to answer to the question. And the last thing is in the meeting places. In the meeting places, we have to face strangers. And we don't know who they are, and we have to judge them only by their exteriors. And while judging them with their only exteriors, there might be some mistakes or misunderstandings, or our guesses may be true.
I'll add something a little bit more here. Let me ask another question. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you see him?
Thank you. You're pretty too.
For me personally, my instant thought was maybe I should keep a distance from him. Turns out he's actually an emotional potato who likes to go to the gym. Solely judging who he is based on his hard exterior guided me to a wrong interpretation of him. With his example earlier, we've seen some positive consequences, whereas I have just shown some downsides of heuristics. Yes, heuristics can act as guidelines of how we navigate our lives. However, such duality of heuristics also teaches us that completely putting our reliance on them does not always bring us the best outcome.
We make lots of choices in our lives. The choices we make often change our life or even other people's life. And heuristic takes a big part in those choices we make. In other words, our life is full of heuristic. Think about it. As we shared our experiences based on heuristics in daily lives in school and restaurants, don't you also think you have similar experiences? In the future, we'll be facing much and more bigger problems dealing with heuristics. From these experiences, we can learn how to be a global leader in a cosmopolitan society.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cosmopolitan, for sharing a wonderful presentation. We hope that each of you will gather experiences without fear and find your own bright, fulfilling path.
Next time to present is Bright Future from Daegu Middle School. They prepared Miss Park's 4-week journey to help audiences better understand.
Let's explore how Ms. Park used a simple yet powerful method to create a realistic study plan, tackle her weaknesses, and boost her confidence at her exam.
Oh my God, 74? I can't believe my score. Oh no!
What happened to her many months ago?
It is okay to study later, because I'm very smart. Oh my gosh, 74? It's my worst score ever. I will study harder and get an A in science.
Will she be able to maintain her A?
We will follow Miss Park's 4-week journey to protect her science score. But first, let us introduce ourselves. Our names are Nayoung, Minhyu, Minji, and Yain, and we are Team BF, which means Bright Future. Now back to Miss Park. Miss Park's 4-week journey can be divided into 3 phases: collecting, planning, and utilizing. Although a 4-week preparation period might seem long, it is actually quite a short time when preparing for exams. Additionally, the number of subjects and learning materials often increases for final exams, making it crucial to have a realistic and actionable plan. Minyu, can you explain phase 1?
Of course. Phase 1 is collecting. Nowadays, there are YouTube channels and Instagram accounts that help students by recommending various study plans and methods. Ms. Park started by watching these content creators. After collecting enough information, she organized and filtered it to create a practical plan that suited her level and situation. This leads us to phase 2, planning. As you know, it is difficult to get a perfect score just by listening to school lessons. To address this, Ms. Park plans to supplement her school lessons with online courses. She used the information from phase 1 to choose appropriate lectures from teachers who are experts in science. Yain, can you continue explaining?
Sure.
Surprisingly, this took just 1 day. How was this possible? It was possible because of heuristics. Heuristics are simple methods used to quickly reach conclusions when dealing with complex problems and insufficient time or information. For example, do you look at reviews when shopping on the internet? This is heuristics, getting data so as to make an informed decision. Ms. Park used heuristics to rapidly determine which information was necessary and which was not. Finally, phase 3 is utility. In the exam, Ms. Park began solving problems. As she worked, she encountered problems she had struggled with and had often got wrong. Overwhelmed with nervousness, she reminded herself that these questions were ones she had encountered before and were based on concepts she had studied. Calmly, she recalled the material and applied it. Thus, she could solve even the difficult problems. Once again, heuristics enabled her to sift through vast amounts of information, focus on what was helpful, and think quickly to complete all the questions. Mindy, tell us about Ms. Park's results.
Okay, it's up to me. In this exam, she achieved her goal with a score of 94 points, 20 points higher than her previous exam. Ms. Park's determination, persistent study effort, and heuristics allowed her to maintain an A in science and produce even better results than before. Heuristics were used not only to analyze the reason for her bitter failure, but also to plan and execute her preparation for the next exam. During the exam, heuristics helped her solve the problems quickly and without mistakes. Afterward, Ms. Park felt she had grown considerably by using heuristics to help her prepare. How about being like Ms. Park and using heuristics to enhance your own growth? This has been Team VF share Ms. Park's journey with you. Thank you for listening.
Have a nice day.
We hope Ms. Park's story encourages you to try heuristic in your studies. Just as reviews help us choose the best products online, heuristics can help you streamline your study process, make quick decisions, and stay calm under pressure.
Can you please introduce the upcoming team and what will they present?
They are Team SUPERNOVA, and their presentation will be filled with each special experience of the 4. They will explain how they found their dreams through the method called
heuristics. I'm so excited how each of them found themselves from their own experiences.
Hey guys, are you still searching for your dream? Listen to our stories. By the end of this talk, you will find a significant change in your journey.
Once upon a time, there was 4 girls who were finding their dreams. What's our story?
Hey, what's wrong?
I don't know what to do to achieve my dream.
Me too. I even don't know what I like to do.
What about using this quote? Aldous Huxley once said that experience is not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. This quote, I think, really emphasizes that the value of our experiences lies in how we utilize them. And we can also think about heuristics too.
Heuristic? What is heuristic?
Well, heuristic is a method that we can use to solve problems by using our own experiences rather than a certain equation or a formula.
I think by using heuristic method, we can explore different options and discover a career that truly suits us, rather than following a predetermined path. We can find our dreams through heuristics.
Let me do it first. Since I was young, I have suffered from atopic dermatitis. My parents took care of me a lot. They made me eat a lot of vegetables. I'm curious about how food can cause skin problem. I want to know the exact causes. I will read many books and articles to learn about how food can cause atopic dermatitis. I think I can find my dream. My dream is to be a doctor. I want to help many people suffering from atopic dermatitis like me. I want to make many meaningful differences in their lives.
I think it's my turn. After coming to high school, I really couldn't determine my dream. I knew I would like to be in the engineering field, but what kind? Biology, chemistry, engineering? There was too many to choose from. And then, I remember my favorite childhood movie, Iron Man. After watching that movie, I was so into robotics that I even got into a school club for robotics. I interacted with people who love robotics. Those memories were kept in my mind for years after that. Well, I think I know my dream now. I want to be an engineer. Well, I think HeuRYUstic really helps in finding dreams.
I have been interested in science since I was young. I like watching science movie and science book. Also, I want to have a job related to science, but I can't find a specific field. One day in science class, I watched a video of RNA binding, and it was amazing that this awesome scientific process constantly in my body. I decided I want to be a biologist. Then I can help the advancement of science and help people in diseases. I'll keep my curiosity and passion for research alive.
Do you remember when COVID-19 began spreading worldwide in 2019? I vividly recall the pain of watching people suffering from COVID-19, and unfortunately, I couldn't avoid the virus myself. I was so sick, so I couldn't sleep well. After recovering, I got vaccinated to avoid reinfection, but suffered intense side effects. So I searched for why vaccine side effects occur, and I realized the urgency of developing safer vaccines. Finally, it inspired me. I decided to be a pharmaceutical researcher.
We often see life as a purposeful journey with departure, path, and destination. Our purpose of the journey is making our own way. Now,
It's your turn.
We're not done yet. Just as we use heuristics to find our dreams, like
doctor,
engineer,
biologist,
pharmaceutical researcher,
you can find your own dreams by using your own inspiring moments.
Remember that you don't have to follow a certain path.
Trust yourself and find your dreams through heuristics.
Thank you for listening. It was Team Supernova.
Wow, each of their stories were amazing.
I really liked the quote that presenter Miso saying, "Discover your dreams by focusing on moments that inspire you." This quote makes me determined.
No way, we're already in the middle of the show. Then let's continue. The next team to present is Humble from 대구동중. They will explore how even your smallest experiences can play a huge role in shaping who we become, helping us all to take a step forward, a proactive and purposeful future.
Hi everyone, we're Team Humble. I thought you guys. Today, we're going to talk about the concept connecting the dots. Are you ready? Then before we dive into our topic, Let's begin with 2 simple quizzes.
Quiz number 1. Who is this? Right, he's Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, who made this iPhone. He's one of the most heuristic individuals in the world.
Wait, hold on. What does heuristic mean?
Good question. Heuristic means to find your path through experiences, especially through trial and error. Jobs started his company in his garage, and he made the Macintosh and the iPhone. His works revolutionized not only the tech industry, but also the whole world. Don't you think he is heuristic?
Yeah, now I see what you mean. What's the next quiz?
Quiz number 2. What is this? Yeah, it might look like just a black screen, but it actually represents your future. Many students these days are nervous about their cloudy, dark future. Maybe students from Stanford University had the same concern too. Steve Jobs, who attended Stanford, had a motivational speech about how to find the path and how to be heuristic. Let's take a brief look at his speech.
Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards.
Did you recognize anything important from this speech?
Connecting the dots.
That's right, connecting the dots. Today, we're going to share our ideas about the phrase connecting the dots with our personal experiences. First, let's talk about dots. What are dots and what do they do? Well, dots are not something very complicated. You can find them in your everyday life. Let me give you an example of my everyday life. Ta-da! What do you think are the dots here? Studying math? Playing table tennis? Or flirt? You know what? Let's don't talk about this. I have a bad memory. Anyways, maybe some of you might have thought some are dots, some are not. But actually, everything you see in the picture are all considered as dots. So we define dots as every big and small experiences that may influence our future.
Then how can we know that those experiences would influence our future?
Well, that's the tricky part. None of us know whether our experiences would be helpful in the future or not.
Then how can we connect them?
Good question. Let's find out the answer for it by our own episodes.
My experience performing in a band concert helped me gain the confidence to speak in front of many people. And now I can give a speech fluently, like right now to you guys. But I never knew that playing in a band concert would influence my speech skills. Sorry.
Okay. I also have a similar episode. Well, when I was in 4th grade, I had a YouTube channel. Back then, I wanted to be a YouTuber, so I learned how to film and edit videos. Well, eventually, I'm not a YouTuber right now, but thanks to those experiences, I successfully made an interview video for our school. Of course, back then, I didn't know that my experience being a YouTuber will help me do my school project. Look at all of these examples. Like us, none of them know how valuable their experiences could be. However, they eventually all got help from their experiences and used it very wisely. Do you remember what Steve Jobs said before from this speech?
Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards.
That's right. What we can learn from this is whether or not you think your experiences seem meaningless right now, they will all be someday useful and you might use it very effectively. That's why we must believe in our experiences' infinite potential, dots.
How do you feel about connecting the dots? Good. It is not a complex process. Explore, challenge, develop various skills, and experience lots of things. Create your dots. Then the dots will one day be connected and form yourself and your bright future, just as the stars make a constellation that brightens the dark sky. Then you will realize the beautiful value of connecting the dots. Let's experience lots of things, create the dots, and make our future shine.
Thank you for listening.
Remember, every experience is a thought that might connect to shape something amazing in your future.
That's right. The talk concert is already in the middle. I'm curious about the audience's reaction. So there is a surprise event that we have prepared. Let's listen to some of the audience's thoughts on this year's talk concert together. Anyone want to present? Please raise your hand.
Hi everyone, I'm Junhyuk from Jungang Middle School. First of all, I'm very impressed by all of the presentations, and I think all of the presentations are very meaningful. I learned many new things that I didn't know before. I think pretty worth my precious Saturday afternoon time. And I can't wait to see like leftovers presentations. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, I'm from John Hain from Daegu High School of International Studies. Before I came to this town concert, I didn't know what HeuRYUstic was. However, after watching these amazing presentations, I came to realize that HeuRYUstic is not just a simple notion. It is a part of how we live. Thus, I finally realized that we are living in the world of heuristics. Moreover, with heuristics, I will try to solve some problems or find my dreams in the future. Thank you for sharing priceless ideas of student presenters.
Any volunteers?
So there is another person who would like to present.
Any volunteers?
Oh, please hand him the mic.
I'm from Daegu High School of International Studies, and listening to 6-team presentation and listening to the meaning of heuristic, I felt it's really interesting themes, and questioning and responding to presentation, I was like the presentator, and I was touched. I was really touched. And thank you for sharing your presentation with us. Thank you.
Oh. Please hand her the mic.
Hello. Okay. Hi, my name is Kyra. Hi. I'm from Osang Middle School. I just want to say you guys are doing such a great job. Even as English speakers, heuristics is a very strange word and strange concept. And you guys have done a really good job presenting and educating us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for answering the question. It was nice to hear your opinion. Thank you for your answer. Let's listen. Wow, I'm so happy that audience here are enjoying the concert.
Let's continue with the show. The next team is Haribo.
Hey, they're not Haribo, they're HaRie. They're HaRie, team of Hannah, Risa, and Sophie.
Oh, I'm sorry, but they are as cute and juicy as gummy bears.
They are. I heard that they prepared this presentation to encourage people to find out their definition of word heuristic. Let's listen to how 3 gummy bears define the word in their own ways.
Everybody loves us, so the happy word of HaRie. Ladies and gentlemen, it is nice to meet you. We are HaRie. Before we start our presentation, we have a question for you. What came to your mind when you first heard the word heuristic?
I think it's related to the word helium.
Sophie, that's an element. The word heuristic means using experiences to learn and improve.
I know, it's just a joke.
Guys, stop arguing. Hannah, can we listen to how you define the word first?
Alright, I'll show you mine. I believe the key point of the word heuristic is diving headfirst into challenges, however absurd they might sound to you. My most heuristic experience was spending a year in America. At first, everything was new there, and I couldn't imagine myself speaking English naturally. However, I still wanted to prove that I could find my place there.
Were there any difficulties?
It wasn't easy, of course. It was hard to make friends who could understand my cultural background, and I also had to hear ignorant comments such as,
"Hey, can you speak Chinese?"
However, this is how I found my way out of my homesickness and hopelessness. Instead of hiding, I kept trying to make conversations in English. Instead of keeping quiet, I studied hard for the school's spelling bee contest where I won 3rd place. Even though everyone around me could speak English fluently, the 10-year-old me wasn't afraid of failure. In my journey to find my path, I will carry the lessons from my younger self and face every challenge as just another step forward. This is how I define the word heuristic, learning from our path, whether you're awesome or not. Sophie, it's your turn now.
Okay, I'm ready. At the age of 10, I was thrown into an American school. I could neither speak English nor understand it. However, the worst thing there was that my classmates were racist. When I said a word, they said, "Hey, what did you say? Your pronunciation sucks." However, I wasn't good enough at English to say what I wanted.
Did you tell the teacher?
I did, but there were no Korean teachers, which means no one was on my side. One day, classmates trapped me in a hula hoop and surrounded me. When I tried to get out of there, they shoved me back. Being mentally devastated, when a boy tried to push me back, bam! I used my taekwondo kick on him. As a result, no one tried to bully me anymore. I know it's hard to say it was the best solution in general. However, my response was heuristic and reasonable because without any help, I found the fastest and the most certain way to get out of bullies. By reminding this memory, I define the word heuristic as not being trapped in an irrational rule and keep trying to get out of it by using past experiences. Finally, it's you, the future announcer.
I know it's my turn. My most heuristic experience is running the broadcasting club. When I was in elementary school, I was the best announcer. So when I came to middle school, I applied the broadcasting club and I was proudly accepted. After that, I bought speech books and practiced pronunciation every day for an hour, reading books aloud. At the end of the 2nd year, it was time to vote for a club leader and I want to be the leader. My classmates voted and I was chosen as head of the broadcasting club. As the head, I'm taking care of all 80 members of the club. Once, when I made a promotional video, I had a big fight with 3rd graders. Because we had to set up roles, schedules, and script, but with 6 classmates, it wasn't easy to make a decision, and we didn't see eye to eye. They said,
"Hey, take your time. What are you doing as a leader?"
And we started to get more and more often.
So what did you do?
However, I made it without acting emotionally. I researched their schedule and suggested the roles. I found a solution on my own and studied hard for my career. Through my participation, I had a unique experience that no one else could do. It inspired me to take initiative and motivated me to explore my future. As such, I define the word heuristic as mental growth by facing problems and experiencing various situations myself.
J.K. Rowling, Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein, and many other famous successful people all lived heuristic lives. They did not give in to difficulties, but made a breakthrough by pioneering their path.
Success doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from blazing your own path and never giving up, no matter what obstacles may come your way.
Again, what does the word heuristic mean to you?
Thank you.
Wow, I'm really surprised that they made all three different definitions based on their own experiences.
Now, the innovators from Daegu Foreign Language High School, can you please let us know what they will have as a topic?
Heuristic in a psychological way. I'm especially interested in this presentation because I'm deeply excited to hear about the term that I have the most passion about, psychology.
Three, two, one.
Minds begins thinking instantly.
I'm Lauren.
Margot.
And Grace. We're here to introduce heuristics. Heuristics is an abstract word that can't be defined as any other word. So, there are a lot of translations for this term. Today, we're going to discuss heuristics in a psychological way and express it in our own terms.
So I want to start by telling you that I'm obsessed with MBTI. So I want you to just raise your hand if your MBTI is ISTP. Anyone? Thank you. I asked this because I'm ISTP. One of my traits is problem solving, which is what we use heuristics for. Heuristics and MBTI have a connection between them. People who are the sensing type perceive their own experiences and the present reality as it is. And this is actually related to heuristics, which tend to rely on empirical knowledge rather than logical analysis or fact-based judgment when judging something that is relatively insignificant.
So as you can see, heuristics are making decisions based on our previous experience and intuition rather than analysis. This makes us solve problems much faster instead of doing all the computing.
You don't fully understand heuristics yet? I can see some of you confused. Then let's watch the news and find out if she is experiencing heuristics.
Good afternoon, this is reporter Grace. We're going to interview a Korean immigrant and learn about her experiences with heuristics. Thank you for joining us today, Lauren.
Thank you for inviting me.
To start, can you tell us about a situation where you had to make an intuitive decision when you first arrived in the US, and how did that decision turn out?
When I first arrived here, I was unfamiliar with the local public transportation system, but needed to figure out how to commute to my new workplace. So I tried asking people for directions, but honestly, my English was so bad at that time. I couldn't understand what they were saying. So I just had to rely on my intuition and a few words I picked up before. And thankfully, I managed to find my way to work.
Oh, that was a fortunate situation. And have you had an experience where you acted intuitively at your job in the US? And did that intuition help you, or did it cause misunderstandings?
Well, I'll talk about what happened after that first day. I mean, it definitely wasn't my lucky day. On my first day at work, I saw my colleagues using the company messenger for quick updates and discussions, and I heard that Americans prefer messengers over face-to-face communications. So I thought that was the norm and kept using the company messenger. But then my boss called me into their office and told me that for important matters, they prefer talking face-to-face, or at least over the phone. So that's when I realized I completely misunderstood the balance between being casual and formal, and it was kind of a reality check for me.
Oh, that must have been a bummer. Well, thank you very much for sharing your experiences. Like this, heuristics allow humans to evaluate information quickly and efficiently. However, heuristics inevitably result in cognitive biases. Therefore, making decisions based on heuristics can lead to inaccurate judgments, irrational thoughts, and even distorted perceptions.
In conclusion, heuristics can be a shortcut that leads to two doors. They look the same on the surface, and you never know what's inside until you unlock them. You pick one side of the door, and there's rubbish in it. Heuristics is just like this. It brings you decisions to a few solutions quickly without being conscious of it. But those solutions may not always be the best. So to not fall into any traps like these, learn how to design your heuristics by understanding biases, build logical thinking, and recap your past experiences. By designing your heuristics like this, you'll be able to see the inside of the door without actually opening it. Lastly, don't let heuristics take over you.
Design your own heuristics. Thank you.
Disagreeing the concept of heuristic, it was a presentation that dismantled my stereotype, believing as heuristic the most intelligent path to create my own. Thank you, Team Innovators.
Many teenagers experience distress, feeling uncertain and overwhelmed when it comes to career decisions.
This time, Team Chaos from Daegu So선 Girls Middle School will share their presentation for you. So get ready to hear real stories about how learning through experience helped them find directions.
Have you ever had a fight with your parents about your career? A lot of teenagers will feel the same way about this issue. During adolescence, one feels a lot of worry and pressure about career problems like not knowing what they want as a future career. So we are here to tell you about the solution, heuristics. Heuristics are intuitive decision-making processes based on one's experiences, and they are methods which are used very frequently and habitually. So how exactly did heuristics help us on our career path? We are here to share that story.
Do any of you know this writer? She is a Korean essay writer named Lee Sura, who made me fall in love with writing. When I first read her writings, I myself was very undecided about my future career. However, her books made me start writing a lot and even enter a nationwide writing contest. In this process, I searched and learned a lot about the thoughts, values, and way of life of many young Korean writers. I noticed that many young Korean writers were interested in and aware of the climate crisis, meat-eating issues, and animal liberation. And I also became interested in those issues. It would have been kind of nice and convenient if, after all that, I had decided I wanted to be a writer as my lifelong career. But I think life is not something that can be decided that simply. Rather, during this process, I found out that I don't have enough passion to become a writer. But I also learned about various forms of life, including people who make efforts in various fields for animal liberation, such as protesting, campaigning for registration, and building sanctuaries. It helped me expand my interests and shape the career path that suits me. So after all, although I found out that I wasn't really cut out for being a writer, writing did help me in my career problems.
I also experienced how heuristics influenced my career choice. I've consistently run for class president since elementary school. However, I lost every year and every time I thought about giving up on running. But I did not give up, and through my experience of running for election, I was able to build many skills and habits. For example, I used to be very nervous about speaking in front of many people, but doing it so much made me more comfortable to try. Also, as I got used to paying close attention to my class, I was naturally able to have a broader perspective when looking at other people. And based on that experience, I was eventually elected class president. Although I felt some burden and pressure after that, I also had many precious memories. Through the somewhat long journey of running for election, I changed from someone who cared a little more about myself to someone who knows how to think about others. And through this, I thought that I should choose a social job as my career.
We have applied heuristics to our career choices, and it helped us explore the direction of our lives. For me, after writing my own essays and observing writers' life through the internet, I found my interest in animal liberation and biodiversity.
In my case, after my class president election, I could choose my career in a social area and also develop myself from seeing others from a broader perspective.
There's a famous saying from Steve Jobs. You have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. Like its quote, the dots will connect. I hope that you will not be afraid to try the experiences you want to have. You should remember that in any case, it is very helpful to gain as much experience as possible, whether good or bad. Even if you're not sure, those experiences will shine with their own brightness, someday, somewhere. We hope that all of you will create a brilliant youth without regrets through countless initiated experiences and find your career path. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
And that brings us to the end of our presentation. We hope their stories have inspired you to explore, experience, and trust that your own thoughts will one day connect.
Have you ever faced difficulties when learning a new language? Team 3D from Yongshin High School and their presentation will talk about an exciting topic including shortcuts.
Shortcuts. I'm so excited how they will explain this interesting topic.
Hello everyone, we are 3D. Have you ever had a hard time learning a new language? I learn new languages all the time, including at school. I usually feel excited to know that, but I find some difficulties too. We share the same difficulties and found a new way of thinking at this talk concert. So today, we are going to tell you about HeuRYUstic, shortcut in learning languages. We will explore the definition of HeuRYUstic, how HeuRYUstic is applied in the language acquisition process. Then we will learn about the advantage of applying HeuRYUstic, and lastly, finish the presentation.
First, the definition of a heuristic. Heuristic is a technique that is used quickly when there is not enough time or information to make a reasonable judgment, or when there is no need to make an organized or rational judgment. Many people tend to solve problems with intuitive judgment, but HeuRYUstic has the advantage of being able to make a decision by simplifying complex problems that have limitation in examining them sufficiently into simple judgment tasks. Isn't it useful?
These heuristics are already applied in many fields, including culture and education. Among them, what I want to talk about today is heuristics in the process of learning languages. There are two main ways to apply heuristics in the acquisition progress. It is a guess using pronunciation and a guess using meaning. A guess using pronunciation is literally a method of grasping the meaning by linking it with similar sounding words you already knew, using the pronunciation of a new language. Let's see an example of this. So chilly, when will they come? The movie will start soon.
Is Moshibula online is kid no him?
What does that mean? Is she German? And aligning? I think I heard it somewhere. Oh, the pronunciation is very similar to alone. Will the meaning be the same too? Huh? The meaning must be the same. In this situation you just saw, an English speaker heard a German speaker use the word align and inferred the meaning by thinking of the similar sounding word alone. In this way, when we encounter a new language, we can use the pronunciation and form of the previously acquired language as a background knowledge. The second method, guess using meaning, is a method that makes it easier to guess about unfamiliar words that are not completely new, such as words with the prefix added to a word you originally knew. I will explain it in more detail through the following short play.
Hey Charsu, do you know the word hyperactive? It's a bit familiar, but I'm not sure.
Huh?
Oh, it seems like a prefix hyper is added to the word active.
Hyper, what does it mean?
Hyper means excessively, so hyperactive means extremely active.
Oh, so that's why it was familiar. A prefix was added to the word active already knew.
Like the previous situation, when you encounter a word that is familiar but is a word that you don't know the detailed meaning of, using the meaning of the attached prefix or suffix can also help you guess the meaning of an entire word.
As such, heuristics are used naturally in our daily life. In addition to this, heuristics bring us many benefits. What we can most easily notice is the speed of learning. Heuristic can speed up learning by simplifying complex rules. For example, even if learners don't know a grammar rule perfectly, heuristic can help them identify grammar rules and learn them more quickly. Heuristic also have the advantage of increasing learning efficiency by helping learners adapt more quickly to practical everyday language use.
So far, we have presented about heuristics used in the process of learning languages. Through this presentation, we were able to experience a new knowledge of heuristics, and it was a meaningful time for us to learn that heuristics are used in many parts in our lives. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
It is so true that whether it's the grammar, the vocabulary, or even pronunciation, learning a new language can sometimes feel overwhelming.
But what if there was a faster and easier way to pick up a new language? That's where heuristics come in.
The last team to present is Team Wicked Marketers from 대구동중.
Is Delulu a real Solulu? Let's see.
Prepare yourself as we uncover the secrets behind some of the most devilishly clever marketing tricks. Last but not least, let them begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, join us as we fall down to hell disguised as sweet heaven. Are you ready to unveil the tricks and tactics of those clever marketers?
And explore the heuristics they use, mental shortcuts that simplify decision making. Get ready for a roller coaster of laughs.
Let's go! Welcome to Devilish Jewel's Emporium.
Wow, such a sweet shop. 5-star review, award-winning and bestseller. This couldn't get better.
I know, right? We've flown positive feedback to show off. This provides social proof. People tend to follow the actions of others, assuming they're reflecting correct behavior. We also leverage the authority heuristic. Celebrity advertisements, awards, and certifications, they boost our credibility.
Oh, look, 50% over just today. How can I resist? Wait, do I even need this?
But Solulu's a Delulu, right?
Totally. If I get it now, I can save money. Girl math.
Feel that little rush of adrenaline? By using scarcity and urgency heuristics, we instill a sense of FOMO. And if Girl Math says it's on free, it's practically free.
I guess one common example is limited time offers and emphasizing scarcity. That's why I always overspend.
I have a prediction. The customer will fall right into my trap. See? Looks like the anchoring and framing heuristics are at work. The anchoring bias describes the common human tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information offered when making decisions.
I've been dying to buy this YSL lipstick. But what's this? The dual lip oil is $5 cheaper and has the limited edition free lip gloss. I see. The anchoring and framing heuristic were used here. The YSL lipstick set the bar high, making the dual lip oil seem relatively affordable. But isn't it better to end with a round number than a messy 9?
Thus, the underdetermined effect. When consumers see prices ending in the number 9, the leftmost digits are likely to attract attention and transfer to long-term memory.
What about the freebie? Does it play a pivotal role in your scheme?
Big time. That's the reciprocity principle. Humans tend to want to give back when something is received.
That's why small gifts or samples are everywhere. This seems generous gestures, but are designed to trigger a psychological response that encourages consumers to reciprocate by making larger purchases or becoming regular customers. I'm ready to pay.
This particular brand offers a 30% discount on your next purchase.
I guess you'll see me soon.
You betcha. We put the consistency principle into action to keep you hooked. It relies on people's desire to be consistent with their past actions and commitments.
You encourage repeated purchase through rewards or loyalty programs.
Precisely.
Oh God!
Is everything all right?
It's already $30.
Okay, I'm a trained professional. I've scanned a lot of products. Take a deep breath. We're about to do the Dior. I'm sorry, but your card's declined.
Oh no, my bank account. I thought I made financially wise decisions. Help!
I hate to expose my secret, but...
Hold on. You guys use heuristics, don't you? I can't believe you've been scamming me all along.
Yeah, sorry about that. Not really. Heuristics offer insight into how to manipulate consumers' perceptions and decisions.
This isn't such a sweet and innocent shop after all.
You didn't think this was the end, did you? More naive customers will fall into my devilish trap.
Marketers are experts at using tricks, heuristics as arsenals to create illusion. Remember, behind every sweet deal lies a sinister trap.
Thanks for joining us on our little adventure. Stay vigilant and never ever fall for the devil's flash facade. Until next time, bye!
As you've just seen, those deals aren't always as innocent as they seem. Next time you shop, remember these tricks and stay sharp. Thank you, Team Wicked Marketers, for this entertaining and insightful performance. So now we've listened to all 11 best talks. How was it, everyone? Isn't it amazing that even a simple word, heuristic, can tell so many different stories?
That's right. Please give a big round of applause to all the speakers who delivered great presentations today.
Now it's time to wrap up the English Talk Concert Talk. Discovering our identities for ourselves is an important task in our lives. I hope today will be a valuable memory for everyone here who has taken the time to listen as well.
2024년 대구 영어 토크 콘서트 톡톡을 마칠 시간이 다가오고 있습니다. 함께해 주신 청중 여러분 감사드립니다. 학생 청중평가단은 지금 문자 메시지로 전달된 링크 혹은 글로벌교육센터 홈페이지 대구 영어 토크 콘서트 톡톡 알림사항 게시판에 글을 참고해 행사 마무리 체크 설문에 답변해 주시길 바랍니다. 문자 메시지나 홈페이지 접근이 어렵다면 행사가 끝난 후 나올 방송 대기 화면의 QR코드를 통해 마무리 설문에 응해 주시길 바랍니다.
Please remember that Daegu English Talk Concert Talk will keep going on. Find your path. 지금까지 사회자 홍자의
이서연이었습니다.
감사합니다.
네, 아주 좋은 진행을 맡아주신 우리 학생위원 여러분들께 다시 한번 감사를 드리고요. 일단 청중평가단 분들은 이렇게 설문이 완료되는 대로 뒤에 입구로 나가시면서 간식 꼭 수령하시기 바랍니다. 혹시나 QR이 너무 빨리 지나갔거나 그러면 저희 글로벌교육센터 홈페이지 토크 콘서트 톡톡 알림사항에 다 글이 공개되어 있으니까요. 그쪽에서 꼭 활동에 참여해 주시면 감사드리겠습니다. 그리고 학생 연사와 나머지 운영위원들은 앞에서 기념 촬영이 있겠습니다. 그래서 그 전에 청중평가단 분들께서 먼저 퇴장해 주시면 감사드리겠습니다. 수고 많으셨습니다. 네, 나머지 학생 연사분들과 학생 운영위원들은 앞으로 나오시면 되는데요. 혹시나 내가 오늘 투턱을 좀 가려야겠다, 뭔가 나의 오늘 얼굴이 좀 부끄럽다 하면 이런 수료증 같은 거 좀 이렇게 가리셔도 되니까 네, 준비하셔서 앞으로 나오시면 되겠습니다. 올라오시면 됩니다. 지금 자, 현수막 내려옵니다. 조심. 제가 손이 2개라서 현수막 뒤에 자석 좀 떼주시겠어요? 네, 그거 떼서 저희가 들고 찍을 거라서 도와주세요. 감사합니다. 네, 현수막 들고 찍을게요. 맨 앞줄에 들어주시고 조금씩. 뭐야, 왜 없어? 올라오세요 다들. 안 올라오면 지상렬. 혹시 성화여고 원피스 팀에 오나경 학생 있어요? 예, 모든 연사 다 올라오시고. Yeah, teachers, you can join. Yeah. 예. 네, 수료증 드릴게요. 자, 맨 앞줄이 그러면 앞으로 조금 더 나와주세요. 앞으로 여기까지 떨어지면 안 되고.